to the WTIM Morning Show, our second segment of the morning. Thanks so much to our live stream sponsors, People's Bank and Trust, where they put people first, and Landmark of Taylorville, where you always do better with a Landmark. On the phone line now, we have Sasha Young, Superintendent at Central A&M School District. How are you today, Superintendent Young?
I am well. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. And the school year is just ramping up on us right now. How the first couple of days been?
Things have been fantastic.
Good.
Our students and our staff, everyone came back with, refreshed and ready to tackle another school year here in Raider Nation. So we're excited to be back.
Absolutely. Great to hear there. So far, so good is exactly the words we want to hear from you. Let's talk summer. What kind of things went down at Central A&M schools?
So this summer, as I kind of talked about last spring, we resodded our football field.
Yeah.
We had some companies donate dirt and moving the dirt from the location to on-site to our football field. So our football field has been resodded. We have new goalposts. We have new inner fencing. We have some new additional concrete pads to keep people from having to walk through the grass and the mud.
Nice.
We gave our outdoor restroom facility at the football field kind of a facelift. Did some painting and some reworking of the facilities inside the building and new privacy fence. And we've kind of just given that whole area in our district just a nice facelift for this next season. Yeah.
All just aspects that are going to make it more enjoyable to be there for the attendees, for the people that are fans of Central A&M sports, and also the players there. New sod on the football fields, new goalposts there. And I know that decision between sod and turf, that's the one to make there. How did that decision come to be?
Well, when I came on board here, there were already conversations going on about, the need for a redo on our football field. Our football field hadn't had much attention since the late 90s. So there was water standing on the field and all of these things went into it. And the conversation quickly turned from the artificial turf to more of a natural looking sod and the benefits of having sod over turf long-term and short-term. And it was a pretty simple decision that the board and some committee members had made that decision prior to me coming on board and then explaining it to me once I was here. Yeah. So we worked through the bid process and everything that goes along with procuring the people to do that job through the school year. And then as soon as school ended in May, they got right to work tearing up the old field and putting down the new sod. They installed an irrigation system. And so we are hopeful that this new refresh gets us another 20 years like the last one did. So I think we were just all kind of excited about the look of natural sod. And I know there is some research out there about turf and the impacts on athletes' bodies when they are on turf. And so that kind of just steered us in this direction. And once the decision was made, we never looked back. We're very pleased with how it looks and can't wait to get the lines painted on and see it as a completely finished product.
Totally. So, and it sounds like it made good fiscal sense there. And you even mentioned the injuries and the problems that do crop up with turf fields. And of course, your purists are going to like the real grass out there. I know I do. So it's all really good things. And we're all looking forward to heading out to Central A&M for our sports this fall and spring. We're excited for it. But let's talk this school year that we're in right now. Any curriculum changes? What's been on your mind for that?
So early spring, we started talking with the middle school principal, and I had a conversation about some need for curriculum. We are implementing a new English language arts curriculum at the middle school in grades 6 through 8. It is a secondary follow-up to what our elementary kids are using, so it made sense to kind of go in that same direction with that same publication and the same curriculum as far as literature and writing go in the middle school. And they're excited about this new curriculum. They feel like it gives them a good set of standards to follow, but allows for the freedom to kind of teach it the way that makes sense for the students.
Good.
So we're excited about that. we go ahead.
Sorry, I was gonna ask, prior to that shift
Yeah.
right there, was there a disconnect between elementary school and middle school there, where the curriculum wasn't really making sense?
There was a little bit of a disconnect. The middle school was using kind of an online publication prior to this, and they felt like it maybe wasn't being used to all of its ability, and there was more than our teachers really wanted or could even dive into at length, because it was just kind of an overwhelming program. So we decided to kind of maybe take it back a little bit more towards the old school, where we have both the in-print and the online, and it gave our students something hardcore to look at, right?
Yeah.
It's more less distracting, more in your hands, where you can use all of your senses to absorb the literature and the writing. So we also purchased it for our students that are out at Kimmerer Village.
Wow.
And it had been a while since Kimmerer Village had a curriculum upgrade. So we're very excited for them to have something a little bit more concrete out there for our students there. So
really cool that Kimmerer Village was added into all that as well. And then thank you for describing that change and where that disconnect was. It makes a whole lot of sense. I kind of cut you off right there. You were going on something else.
Oh, it's okay. Yeah, no, we brought some training to our elementary teachers over the summer, Orton Gillingham training, to kind of just give our teachers the opportunity to develop professionally in the area of reading and the science of reading, and how important it is to make sure that we are teaching it in a way that the kids can learn it. It also, the Orton Gillingham program and the science of reading go along with the Illinois literacy plan that was passed early last school year. So we're excited about the professional development opportunities we've been able to bring to the elementary teachers. We've given curriculum to middle school, but we've given professional development to elementary to kind of help keep our learning moving forward, right? So we like to focus on facilities because it's fun to get upgrades and make things look pretty. But we also know that, to keep growing and learning and helping our students develop is our core reason for being here. So it was nice to be able to kind of do both things this summer.
Yeah, I love the focus and the building upon the elementary and middle schools. They're getting all that figured out. Not too many changes needing to be made to the high school level?
No, we did implement one new program at the high school, but most of that had kind of been, upgraded and on point prior to me coming. So they really didn't need anything. Perhaps this summer there might be some changes coming to the high school, but it was pretty, it was in a good place.
Yeah.
So there wasn't a lot of need there this year.
Okay. All really good things as we're moving into this 2024-2025 school year. Superintendent Young, your second year at the helm of Central A&M School District. How do you feel moving into the second year? I mean, it's got to be just a little bit different than that first year.
Yeah, no, it's a little bit more comfortable because I've done everything at least one time now, but exciting for sure. A different kind of excitement. You know how when you're excited for something new, but then you're also kind of excited just for a new year in the same role.
Sure.
It's a different excitement, but it's still very excited at the same time.
I'm sure.
I'm excited to be here again. And now I have relationships built from, working on them over the last year. Not everyone is a new face anymore. And that's always a nice feeling. Yeah. So no, I'm glad to be here.
Absolutely. Has to be some added confidence in a second year like that. And not too many new faces for you this year, and you're pretty familiar with all the operations. It's all really good things so far here with Superintendent of Central A&M School District, Sasha Young, on the phone line with us right now. Thanks so much to our live stream sponsors before we take a break here. People's Bank and Trust, where they put people first, and Landmark of Taylorville, where you always do better with Landmark. I'm Tim Zalabak, your host, and we'll be right back here on the WTIM Morning Show.
Your information station, WTIM.
Summer's still hot. Make the most of it with Southern Ledge Pools and Patios in Taylorville. Come see the new Pelican Reef patio furniture that will elevate your outdoor living with style and comfort. And check out the new green grills that are perfect for those mouth-watering barbecues. For a limited time, enjoy 10% off all syrups and spices that will add a delicious kick to your summer meals. Come by and let us help you make the most of this season. Shop in-store and online. Southern Ledge Pools and Patios, 306 East Main Cross in Taylorville. Your outdoor fun creator.
I'm Police Chief Andrew Pistorius with the Sullivan Police Department, here to talk about a topic no one wants to discuss, depression that many times leads to suicide. When a person is going through such feelings, many times family and friends don't know how to help. But there is help. If you feel depressed or lonely, there are many resources to help you. Call a trusted relative, friend, or minister, or call the Suicide Prevention Lifeline toll-free at 800-273-TALK. That's 800-273-TALK. All of us are here to help.
If you're 40 and over, you'll recognize these artists by their first names. Frank, Dean, Sammy, Andy, Nat, Diana, Michael. Well, here's the big news. You can now hear Central Illinois' largest music library with over 3,500 songs on air and online at 965thechill.com. Tune in on the FM dial in Christian County and on your computer or smartphone. Hear these great artists and many more 24 hours a day, 7 days a week on 965thechill.com.
Seeing is believing, and your new customers can now hear and see your message. Deliver your message on our 6 Miller Media Group radio stations. And now, potential customers will see your message on our new 36 by 72-inch two-sided electronic sign installed in front of our Taylorville studios on Illinois Route 29. You have the opportunity of having your message seen by over 11,200 drivers a day. Contact your Miller Media Group account manager today and deliver your message through your potential customers' ears and eyes.
It's no secret that employers are having a difficult time hiring qualified personnel, whether full or part-time. The Miller Media Group wants to help you, the employer, to find the candidates you're looking for. That's why we've created IllinoisJobPost.com. That's IllinoisJobPost.com. This website is part of a broad radio and internet employment campaign available through the Miller Media Group. Contact your account manager or email sales@randyradio.com for more information. IllinoisJobPost.com is where we put the power of radio and the internet to attract prospective candidates.
With over 8 hours a day of agriculture programming weekdays and 2 hours on Saturdays, WTIM AM, FM, and online is your ag information station. Listen by tuning in on air or online and listen to WTIM Ag podcasts anytime.
I'm Kim Bourne, CEO of Taylorville Memorial Hospital, and we're hiring experienced nurses to join our great team. Learn more by clicking on our icon at TaylorvilleDailyNews.com.
Your information station, WTIM.
We are back here on the WTIM Morning Show, this time with Superintendent Sasha Young of Central A&M School District. Thanks so much again to our live stream sponsors, People's Bank and Trust, where they put people first, and Landmark of Taylorville, where you always do better with Landmark. That first half, we talked about some of the facelifts that came to the facilities over at Central A&M School District over the summer, and some of the new curriculum getting pushed in here to the 2024-2025 school year. Sasha, for the students that are trying to pursue a career, they kind of already know what they want to do after high school. There's some options for them over at Central A&M schools. What do you have those students do?
Yeah, absolutely. So we do have the opportunity for our students to register for Heartland Tech Academy, which is based out at Richland Community College. It gives them a variety of courses to take and technical learning on the spot, such as welding or auto mechanics. I believe Heartland Tech offers like an intro to a CNA program. It gives them options to look at possible careers before they have to make a decision, sure. Right? And so it exposes them to some of the trades, to some of the other things that they might be interested in post high school.
Yeah, I think it's really important and a really great opportunity for those students that just know you can be 16 or 17 years old knowing that I don't want to go to a four-year university. I do want to learn a trade. I think that can be really valuable. Are there classes already offered through the high school that kind of dive into these welding, auto mechanic type of deals yet, or really the only options over at Richland?
So some of our courses dive a little bit into it. our ag teacher, Betsy Bergner, offers some welding through some of her classes. So it gives them a little taste of that before they sign up for something like that at Heartland Tech. But really, it's just kind of set up as a way to extend their education beyond the high school walls and give them the opportunity to try some things out before they invest a ton of money into it, right?
Yeah.
So last year we had a student who was doing some of the child care classes, and by the time she graduated, had applied to Millikan to become a teacher.
Wow.
So that early exposure really does help kind of give them a real world perspective on what it would be like in that field.
Absolutely.
As opposed to just, being a high school student and attending classes on campus and just doing the history and the science and the math and not really giving yourself the opportunity to dip your toe in something beyond high school. I think it just helps kids maybe who are on the fence about something, helps them kind of process and gives them the opportunity to decide, hey, I really didn't like that, so maybe that's not for me after all. Or I enjoyed doing this childcare class, so maybe I should see about taking some more, and if I'm interested in becoming a teacher. Or, it's just kind of an opportunity that you really can't pass up if you can fit it into your schedule. And the tuition for Heartland Tech actually went down this year, which was exciting for us. So it was a little less cost to the students to do that. And based on what Heartland Tech has told me the last 2 years, the numbers for those programs have just been on the rise for the past 5 years. More and more students want to know what that's about and dip their toes into that. So that's exciting. Yeah.
Certainly can't hurt to get involved there. Either you find something that you're passionate in, or you don't, and So I think that's a very important thing there. And how does it work with credits and missing some school? Are you getting those credits back somehow?
Yes, absolutely. So Heartland Tech happens first thing in the morning. We have an early bus that will bus our students to Richland. And then when they return a couple of hours later, they just finish out their normal rest of their credits at the high school like they would. Yeah.
Very awesome. And may not be too many changes in this program over in Central A&M schools, but for special education, you guys co-op. I do know that. What is it looking like this year?
Yes. Yeah. So we work with, our school district is privileged enough to work with Macon Pyatt Special Ed Co-op. Cool. So we have a lot of services for our students with educational IEPs here in both of our campuses. But if the services extend beyond what we have available in district, we can use Macon Pyatt to help us provide services. So all of our students get the services and the educational accommodations that they need.
Great. That's really great things to hear. Is there anything set up in Central A&M schools? I know Taylorville schools, they have some type of rooms that just get these kids ready for home type of settings, laundry and doing laundry and dishes, that kind of thing. Do you guys have that kind of curriculum over there?
We do. We have, right now it is only at our high school level. We do have a life skills program in our high school that has 5 or 6 students in it. And it does give them the opportunity to learn some of those skills that they might need beyond school that aren't necessarily academics. They also have a great work volunteer program where the students can go and work or volunteer a couple hours a day at local businesses to give them some work experience, which is nice.
Yeah. And those life skills classes, that's the word I was looking for right there. It's so important for these kids. And I'm just so glad that the recognition and the focus is really being brought to them there. Sasha, we got 1 minute left here. Any final words? 2024, 2025 school year, just getting started here. What do you want the people to know?
No, it's going to be a great year at Central A&M as always. And we're excited to, work with our students and our families here in Raider Nation. So we're excited. It's going to be a great year.
Very excited for you over there. And thank you so much, Sasha, working us in to your very, very busy schedule right now. We appreciate it.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. Superintendent Sasha Young of Central A&M School District here on our WTIM morning show. Thanks so much to our live stream sponsors, People's Bank and Trust, where they put people first, and Landmark of Taylorville, where you always do better with Landmark. I'm Tim Zalabak, your host, and you've been listening to WTIM, your information station.
Your information station, WTIM.